let us talk about happiness. Okay, so I thought I'll speak on happiness because all our lives are centered around being happy. You want to be happy? Everybody wants to be happy, right? Why are we all working in this world? Whether it's an African or Australian or American or a Mataji or a Prabhuji or a student or a businessman or a carpenter, a plumber, anybody, just any profession, any caste, any community, any race, any nationality. 24 hours in a day, we are working just to facilitate that happiness in our life. We all want to be happy. We want to be, we want to have pleasure. We want to enjoy. We want to be happy. So a lady does cooking because she wants, if the food is cooked delicious, then everybody is going to be happy. A man wants to earn money because he wants that his family members can buy things with that and be happy. A student wants to work hard and study well so that he gets a job and then he can earn a lot of money and then he can be happy. So everybody in this world wants to be happy. That is why I thought I'll speak about happiness today. We all want to be happy, but where is happiness? Is everybody happy in the world? May not be. Because if people in the world are happy, and if they have happiness, then why is everybody trying to sell happiness? Everybody in this world is trying to sell happiness to us. That means happiness is scarce, right? Today you see in different advertisements, they're so aggressively advertising to sell happiness, right? You see one Colgate advertisement, a toothpaste advertisement. They will show that the moment the toothpaste came into the house, whole family became very happy. Now they are dancing in the bathroom with but actually it doesn't happen, but they sell it like that. The cornflakes came to the house and now everybody became happy because they're eating cornflakes. A car arrived and now everybody is happy. So the whole point is they're trying to sell happiness because the advertising agencies know very well that there is no happiness. And if we advertise happiness, people will buy it. Okay, if I buy this, I'm going to be happy. If I eat this, I'm going to be happy. So why are people not happy? Because they are suffering. Why they are suffering? What is the suffering? Suffering, what is the definition of suffering? This is something like, if I don't get what I want, and if I get what I don't want, then I'm unhappy. Is it not? So everybody's definition of happiness is different. Happiness is elusive. It's different. Now for somebody, some may think, maybe happiness comes from possessions. Let's say today I buy a lot of things and that will make me happy. So if actually happiness is coming from possessions, then people who possess a lot of things supposed to be happy. But they are also not happy, right? We see many people in this world who may possess a lot of things, but they are not happy, right? Like you see Duryodhan, when he went to Indraprasth, that was Khandav, Pandavas made it into Indraprasth. So when he went around and he saw their big, courtyard, big palace and very nicely done things, he became very unhappy. So then he came back to Hastinapur and he was all sulking and very sad. So Dhritarashtra asked him, why are you unhappy? So he said, they have this big palace and they have magical doors and they have this and they have that. And then Dhritarashtra gave him a pep talk. He said, that's all right, they have all this, but you also have. You have a big palace and you also have so many armies and you are the, crown prince for Hastinapur. So they have, but you also have. Then Duryodhan said, yes, I also have, but I don't have what they have. They have this and they have that, but I don't have. So the problem is, even if we possess things, let's say, by possessing things we may get happiness, but we cannot possess everything in this world, is it not? There will always be something which you don't have, which you don't possess. And the advertising agencies make sure to remind you every single day, look, you don't have this, right? I have a car, but I don't have that big car. I have a phone, but I don't have that phone. That is new phone, right? So they'll keep on making you unhappy by going on showing you what you don't have. Right? So this is what is happening with everybody around the world. So if happiness is coming out of possessions, then why aren't we happy? Because we can't possess everything in this world. And even if we possess something, there'll always be something which we don't have, right? That will always keep us unhappy. We keep postponing happiness, thinking that if I possess this tomorrow, I'll become happy. But by the time tomorrow comes and you already possess it, you want something else and you want something else. Our lives is like the donkey. In the 100 years back in India, in the villages, the donkeys were supposed to take luggage on their back, take piles of clothes from one place to another. So the donkeys, they don't want to move because by nature, they are lazy. So what they used to do is just tie a stick to the donkey and hang a carrot. So the donkey thinks, if I move a little bit, I'll get the carrot. If I move a little bit ahead, I'll get the carrot. But it'll never get it, and it'll keep on moving. So this is what is happening with us. If I just get this thing, and if I just get a 3-bedroom flat, and if I just have car, and if just my daughter gets married, and if this happens, and if that happens, I'll be happy, right? If I possess this, I will be happy. But we forget. See, it's not that. I'm not saying that we don't need things. Everybody needs things, right? Today I'm giving this class. You need something. You need some equipment. But the whole point is, possessions are required to live with. But we don't live for possessions. But what is happening in our lives, we slowly forget that possessions are for us to live with. We start living for the possessions. My life is dedicated to get that 3-bedroom flat, beach facing, on this road. That's my life purpose. That's why we become unhappy. You need possessions for living, but that is not the purpose of your life. And whatever we have, we don't acknowledge it, right? And we keep looking outside. So that makes us more unhappy, right? This is something like, in every ISKCON temple, they give you a Sunday feast. But what's nice about the Sunday feast is everybody gets the same items, right? You get rice, dal, sabji, payasam, kheer. He also gets the same thing. But today, if we announce that today's Sunday feast is going to be very special, everybody will get items, but everybody will get different items. You'll get South Indian, rasam and sambar and all, but he will get Gujarati, dokla and all, and he will get Punjabi, and he will get paneer butter. Everybody will get different. You know what will happen? Everybody will become unhappy. Why? Because even though you have your whole plate of food, you'll start looking, I have naan and paneer butter masala, but he has pulao and raita. I have rasmalai, but he has pineapple pastry. Now what happens in the whole point of looking at the other's plate, you'll forget that there's so much in your plate, and now you'll become unhappy. So that means possessions can't give you happiness, because no matter how big you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how great you are, you cannot possess everything in this world. There'll always be something which you don't have, right? So possessions don't give us happiness. So all right, point taken. We are talking about how to be happy, how can we become happy, and we are talking about, okay, let us think if possession can give us happiness, but we proved it, no. Possession can't give happiness because there will always be something which we don't possess and we'll keep looking for it. So that's ruled out. All right. Gratification gives us happiness, maybe. Like, let's say I like gratifying your senses. Let's say I like gulab jamuns. So maybe eating of gulab jamuns will give me happiness. Yeah, okay. How long? How long can it give me happiness? Maybe I taste it, it's on my tongue, and the very next moment it's in my throat, and then it's out. Right? That means, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, sloka number 38, Krishna says, whenever the happiness is derived by the contact of the senses with the sense objects, then that happiness is in mode of passion. And that will be nectar in the beginning, but it pariname vishatulyam. Later on, it will be like a poison. Right? So what happens? Somebody indulge in lots of sweet eating. What happens? Gets diabetes, gets so many problems, right? So this happiness which we derive by sense gratification, it's temporary, it is flickering, and it's not long lasting. So that means I may get some happiness from gratification, but it is very limited. And if at all I indulge in a little more, it will be followed by trouble. Almost every gratification that we can talk about, it will almost always be followed by trouble, followed by misery. Like Prahlad Maharaj said, they are like the coins. They are like the two sides of a coin, right? A coin has two sides, head and tails, right? You can't say, I just want this side, I don't want that side of the coin, Mataji. It's not possible. If you want coin, you have to take both. This is how the life is. The moment you indulge in sense gratification, you may get some temporary happiness, but it's almost all the time followed by miseries. If I indulge today in overeating, what will happen? What is that famous saying in English? 1/4 of what you eat maintains you, 3/4 maintains your doctor. Because you will overeat and then you'll have to go to the doctor. So that means gratification also cannot give us happiness. And even if it does give us happiness, it will not be permanent. It will be something like, let's say if you work very hard and you studied for 15 years, your 10th class and then intermediate and then graduation, post-graduation, and I'll tell you, after 15 years of your education, I'll give you a doctorate degree. But that doctorate degree is only for 2 years. After that, you have to give it up. Will you accept it? You will say, no, 15 years I work hard and then I can get it only for 2 years. What is the point? But this is what is happening with sense gratification. We work so hard to achieve that particular, to gratify our senses, but it's just for a minute. Is it not? You work so hard to cook something, but then it's only for a minute. So that means possession does not give us happiness. Sense gratification, gratifying our senses, will not give us happiness. What will give us happiness? Oh, okay, maybe the right attitude will give us happiness. Like many people say, you should have positive attitude. Be positive, then you can be happy. Always, all the time, be positive. So, will being positive give me happiness? Being positive does not change my reality. Let's say, for example, here is a glass, okay, and now this glass is half full, okay. Now I'm saying it's half empty. So you tell me, Mataji, be positive. Don't talk about, it's half empty. Think it's half full. Be positive. Have a positive frame of mind. So, okay, it's half full, half empty, whatever. I drink it. Now the glass is empty. So I tell you, can you go and get me some water? My glass is empty. Now you will say, why are you being so negative? Glass is empty. Why can't you think positive? Imagine that the glass is full and be happy. Can I be happy? No. The reality is the glass is empty. That's the reality. So positive attitude means, how can you see, positive attitude does not mean that you run away from the reality. Positive attitude means you accept the reality. Yeah, you don't run away that the glass is full or empty. You accept it. Yeah, the glass is empty, but I can be positive in a way, thinking that my glass is empty now, but I'll find out from where can I get water, and then I'll fill up my glass. So positive attitude doesn't mean that you run away from reality. You accept the present reality, but you know that it is not a permanent reality. Permanently the glass is not going to be empty. I can always find out ways how to fill up the glass. So that means neither the possessions can make me happy, neither sense gratification can make me happy. Okay, even if I try to keep my right attitude, but the right attitude is not going to sort out my situation, sort out my problem. See, this world around us is always promising that it will give us happiness. Do this, you'll become happy. Do that, you'll become happy. Think like this, you'll become happy. It is promising us happiness, but it is delivering misery. Just like in the advertisement, they promise you so many things, but when you open it, in Amazon, there are so many nice advertisements. When the parcel actually comes, it's broken or something like that, So it is promising you happiness, the world, but actually it is delivering you misery. Now, if this world is actually designed like this, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, what does Krishna say? He says, Dukkhalayam asasvatam. This world is temporary and it's full of misery. Now our thing is, if this world was designed to be, to be unhappy, or it's not designed for us to be permanently happy, then why are we even having a desire to be happy? Why do we want to be happy? Where is the desire coming from? See, the whole point is, this whole world is material, but we are spiritual. How we are spiritual? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna, what does it say in the Vedanta Sutra 1.1.12? Anandamayo bhasyat. Krishna is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. He is full of happiness. And we are part of that Krishna. That is why we have this longing to be happy. We also want to be happy because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is always happy. He's full of bliss and happiness, and that's why we also have the longing to be happy. Like Srila Prabhupada, he says in the Isopanishad, text 7 in the purport, he said the nature and constitution of every living entity is to be eternally happy. Every living entity is meant to be eternally happy. That's our nature. We are meant to be eternally happy. That is why we have this longing to be happy. We want to be happy because we are part and parcel of Krishna. As of now, we are apart from Krishna. You understand? We are part and parcel of Krishna, but as of now, we are apart, away from Krishna. So because we are part and parcel of Krishna, and qualitatively we have those qualities, we also want to be happy. We have this urge to be happy. So how can one be happy? If we cannot be happy by possessions, we cannot be happy by gratification, we cannot be happy by positive attitude, then what can make us happy? So the scriptures say that we can become happy if we realize that we are part and parcel of Krishna. We can be happy if we are connected to Krishna. Just like you see sometimes a traveler, or let's say we go out for shopping, let's say it's 40-45 degrees hot climate outside. You take a sugarcane juice, you take a coconut water, but it's hot. But the moment you come home, you start your air condition, you're sitting on your sofa, take a cool glass of water, a nice breeze is coming, you feel, I'm happy. Now I'm happy. I'm back home. This is what happens with the jiva. The jiva is trying to be happy. Let me take a little sugarcane juice. Let me take a little coconut water. Let me buy this. Let me go to the shopping mall. But nothing is giving happiness. But the moment comes home, it's happy. That is why we see, many of them, they may not be great senior devotees or senior Vaishnavas. Any simple person who has just newly come to Krishna consciousness, you just ask them their experience, they'll say, we feel happy when we come to temple. Why are they feeling happy? When they come to temple, we participate in kirtan, we hear class, we take prasad, we stand in the front of the deities, we're feeling happy. So why are we feeling happy? Because that's our constitutional position. The moment we connect to Krishna, we become happy. We are unhappy because we are trying to make ourselves happy. See, if you're trying to make yourself happy, you'll always be unhappy. If you're trying to make Krishna happy, you'll become happy. At present, what we are doing is, we are trying to take position of Krishna. We are all supposed to be making Krishna happy. But the husband tells the wife, try to make me happy. The wife says, why not you make me happy? So the husband says, you make me happy. The wife says, you make me happy. So both are unhappy. But suppose both together are trying to make Krishna happy, then both will become happy. Because we are now trying to take Krishna's position. Please make me happy. Then you will not be happy. But if you try to make Krishna happy, then you will become happy. Like Prabhupada always gives this example, that if you put water, if you put water in the roots of a tree, then the whole tree is nourished. But if you try to put water in every leaf, you can never complete. There will be thousands of leaves on a tree. How will you complete? And nobody will be happy. Nobody will be satisfied. This is what we are trying to do. Maybe my financial position will be sorted out. Financial situation will be sorted out. I'll be happy. If I get this, I'll be happy. If my job is secured, I'll be happy. If I finish my education, I'll be happy. So these are all different leaves which we are trying to put water into, but it will not make us happy. But the moment you put water in the roots, you will become happy. If you're trying to satisfy Krishna, if you try and get connected to Krishna, then you become happy. So, how does one get connected to Krishna? So as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, by bhakti yoga. So when somebody does bhakti, then from bhakti yoga comes happiness. There are many yogas. There's Gnana yoga, there's Karma yoga, but that doesn't give happiness. What does Gnana yoga do? Gnana yoga, it will demonize the world. This whole world is a problem. It's troublesome. We have to give up the world. It demonizes the world. Karma yoga romanticizes the world. Little bit changes if you make you will be happy. Nothing to worry. Just little bit this way, that way, and we will be happy. It will keep on giving us, you will be happy. Just little change is required. So, Gnana yoga is demonizing the world. Karma yoga is romanticizing the world. But Bhakti yoga utilizes the world. Bhakti yoga preaches that whatever you have, use it in Krishna's service and you'll be happy. You'll be happy. So now we can have possessions, nothing wrong. But if we use that possessions for Krishna's service, then you will be happy. Or you can employ your senses. Yeah, you can eat good, see good, hear good. But if you engage it in Krishna's service, you become happy. You hear Krishna Katha, you make some nice prasad, offer it to Krishna, and then eat it. Nourish your body, purify your soul, purify your mind, awaken your soul, and you will become happy. So possessions will now make you happy because you're using it for Krishna's service. Your senses can make you now happy because you're employing it in Krishna's service. The positive attitude which comes because of your relationship with Krishna, that will make you happy. See, if I say, generally I have positive attitude, that's not going to make me happy. That's foolish. Let's say, for example, somebody has a disease. He's vomiting and coughing and, he's unwell. So you ask him, so Prabhuji, how are you? No, I'm very positive. Everything will be fine. Everything is okay. No, that is not being positive. That is stupid. Positive means, where is your positiveness coming from? Suppose if he has gone to a doctor, he's taking a treatment, doctor is expert, medicines he's taking regularly, now he keeps a positive attitude. No, it's okay, everything will be fine. That is intelligent. You have a doctor, you are taking medicines, and that your positive attitude is sprouting from that. But suppose if I don't go to doctor, I don't take medicine, no, I'm very positive, I'll be okay. That will not give you anything. So sometimes people say, I'm very positive. Yeah, you're positive, but where is that positive attitude coming from? That positive attitude, if it is coming because of your connection with Krishna, that is the right attitude. Suppose if my confidence is because I know Krishna is my well-wisher. My positive attitude is because I know Krishna has a plan for me. So amidst the bad situation in my life, nothing is under my control. Everything is hayway. But I know nothing is under my control. Everything is out of my control. But it is not out of Krishna's control. Everything is under Krishna's control. That I know. And if that is giving positive attitude, then that is the right attitude. That will give me comfort. That will give me comfort. But if I am simply sentimental, I'm positive. That doesn't make sense. This is something like, you ask somebody, are you married? Yeah, I'm married. Oh, who is your husband? No, I'm generally married. You cannot be generally married. You have to marry somebody. There should be some object, some person. Okay, I'm married. You cannot be generally married. So sometimes people say, I'm generally very positive. So from where that positiveness came from? So how can you be positive about things that are happening in your life unless you know who is the proprietor, unless you know who is the source, right? So when we are connected to Krishna, right, then everything will make us happy. The possessions will make us happy. Our senses will make us, everything will make us happy if we are connected to Krishna. See, the whole point is, I'm thirsty. I want to drink water. So now you may say, Mataji, why do you need a glass of water? Water is everywhere. It is there in the air. You can just take from, can I quench my thirst? I cannot. From the air, from moisture, I cannot. I need a glass of water. So if I'm thirsty, if I go to a reservoir of water, then I can, I go to a river, go to a well, I can drink water and my thirst is quenched. Similarly, we want pleasure. We want happiness. Where should we go? Go to the reservoir of pleasure. Who is reservoir of pleasure? Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is a reservoir of pleasure. Now the problem with us is, here is Krishna, he is a reservoir of pleasure and we are looking for pleasure. So what we simply need to do is look at Krishna, look within towards Krishna and get connected to Krishna. Then we can become happy. So whether it is our possessions, whether it is our senses, or whether it is our attitude, it has to come out of our relationship with Krishna. When we are connected to Krishna, when we are related to Krishna, then we have that confidence, because we are limited. We plan our future based on our present. But Krishna, he plans our present based on our future. He knows what's going to happen to us, right? I was hearing one very motivating, a very inspiring story of one Mataji from New Vrindavan Temple, how she was a air hostess or something, and she had some vacation, so she came in between to visit the New Vrindavan Temple. But then as soon as she came to the temple, within 2 days she got a call that she had to go back to service. She got a call from the employers that she has to report back. So she didn't know what to do. There's no car facility available. So one of the devotee who was there in the kirtan, she goes and tells him that, Prabhu, I heard you're going tomorrow to the city, to the airport, can you drop me? He said, why not? Sure, I'll drop you. So he said, be ready by 10 o'clock in front of the temple and I'll pick you up and I'll drop you to the airport, and I have some other work, even I have to leave. She was very happy. So next day morning she was ready at 10 o'clock. But the devotee never came. 10:30, 11, 11:30. So she's trying to call him, but the connection is very poor. At 11:30, finally the call rang through and she said, Prabhu, it's 11:30, you've not picked me up. He said, sorry Mataji, I just forgot. It was not in my mind. I'm already halfway, I'm almost already reaching the airport. I'm so sorry, I can't come back. Now this lady was so upset, I told him and still he didn't pick me up. That day evening, when she went for Sandhya Aarti, so one of the Matajis who was, dancing with her, she said, Mataji, do you know what happened? She said, what happened? She said, that Prabhu who said who will drop you to the airport, he met a very bad accident. And some drunken driver had, dashed his car, and especially that place, where the passenger seat, that's completely crushed. So Prabhu was on the driving seat, so he got some minor injuries, but that car got completely crushed. Now she was thinking in her mind, oh my God, Krishna saved me. Krishna saved me. Maybe Krishna had better plans. At that time she was cursing, oh my God, why did I miss, I missed the Prabhu forgot me. But that's what I was trying to say, that Krishna, he plans your present, seeing your future. He knows what's going to happen in the future. So when we have that faith on Krishna, and with that faith comes positive attitude, because I am connected to Krishna and Krishna is my protector and he'll take care of me, then that will give us comfort and happiness. So happiness comes from bhakti, when we are connected to Krishna. So what is bhakti? What is bhakti? There are two things. There are two aspects of bhakti. One is the inner remembrance of Krishna, and one is outer service. We remember Krishna and we serve Krishna. These are the two things. That's the definition of bhakti. So how do I develop that inner remembrance of Krishna? Because if I remember Krishna, if I do bhakti, then I can be happy. And we want to be happy. So how to increase the inner remembrance? By hearing and chanting. When we hear about Krishna, when we chant the holy names, then the inner remembrance for Krishna increases. See, what happens when we hear about Krishna? Basically, we are inviting Krishna into our heart. By hearing about Krishna, we are spiritualizing our intelligence. See, the problem is with our intelligence. Our intelligence is corrupt. Our intelligence is material, and that gets more corrupted and allows Maya to come in and disturbs our Krishna conscious life. So, but when we hear, then the intelligence becomes spiritual. See, many years ago, the Chinese people, they constructed the Great Wall of China to save themselves from the Mongolians and any other people who attacked them. So they made a huge wall, maybe 1,000 kilometers, huge big wall. And I heard that that's the only thing you can see from the space. It seems such a big wall they constructed. But within 100 years of constructing that wall, 3 times they were attacked. How they were attacked? Did somebody break the wall? No. Wall is intact, perfect. They simply bribed the security guard and they opened the door and went inside. So simply bribed the security guard. So this is what Maya will do. It will simply bribe our intelligence. And when our intelligence is bribed, then we'll allow Maya to come inside. So that is why this material intelligence has to be spiritualized. So how to spiritualize this intelligence is by hearing. When we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear Bhagavad Gita, when we hear from devotees continuously, then the intelligence becomes spiritualized. Now when the Maya tries to come and bribe, it will say, sorry, gate is closed. No entry for you. Right? Chanting. When we chant the holy name, the whole point is we have to somehow manage our mind. Otherwise, mind will cause trouble. Mind is like a genie. In childhood, I heard this story how there was this one boy is going to the school. So on his way, he has to pass through some forest. So once he sees a small copper coin lying in the ground, so he just takes the copper coin and rubs it. Oh, what is this? Let me see. The moment he rubs it, a genie comes out. Hey, I am you are my master. Whatever you say, I'll do it. I'm a genie. So this boy says, okay, bring the school here, construct a big school here, construct a house here, do this, do that. Now genie is very quick. Within a minute, he's doing everything. So now next, what should I do? Now the boy is, he's out of, what else should I say? I got everything. Okay, give me food. Okay, give me clothes. Give me this, give me that. So the genie says, if you don't give me instruction, I'll eat you up. You have to go on giving me instruction. Now the boy was tired. Whatever he asked, within a minute he's doing it. But this boy was very intelligent. So he told genie, okay, you see this big tree here? So you go up above the tree, and when you go right above, come down. And when you come right down below, then you go up. And then you go up, then you come down. Then you come down, then you go up. You keep doing it till I give you another instruction. So now the genie got very busy. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. Same problem is there with our mind. The mind will say, mind needs some work. Otherwise the mind will eat us up. Okay. So what mind should be done? Mind should be given work. What is that work? You give the mala. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Go down, complete 108. It's over. Again start from beginning. Go down, complete 108. Again start from beginning. Now what happened? Mind is busy. The mind is busy in chanting. Intelligence is busy in hearing. Who remained? Mind, ego and intelligence. Now the false ego. What do we do with false ego? What is the second thing I said? Bhakti means 2 aspects. Inner remembrance and outer service. Now associate with devotees and do service in a humble attitude. That will take care of your false ego. Finished. Three people taken care. Mind, ego and intelligence. When they are taken care, we are happy. They are the 3 people who create trouble for us. Right? So when we start associating with devotees, we don't offend them, don't criticize them. In a humble attitude, serve with the devotees. Serve whom? Serve Vaishnavas, serve Krishna. Then we are happy. So bhakti means 2 things. Inner remembrance and outer service. And if we can do these 2 things, then we are happy. Because happiness comes out of bhakti. Very simple. Now somebody may think, when I saw the title of the poster advertised, Mataji is going to give a password for happiness. I thought, wow, what will be that password? Oh, but you are simply saying hear and chant and do bhakti and you will be happy. How can that be? But that's how it is. That's how simple it is. Because it is simple, we think, how can that be the solution? It cannot be so easy. How can it be so easy to get happiness? There must be some complication in that. I remember when I was in class 9, I lost 10 marks in maths only because of this. because they gave a very simple problem which even a 4th class boy can sort out. Very simple addition. So I kept on thinking for 20 minutes in the examination hall. We are in grade 9. Why will they give us so simple problem? There must be some complication which I am not able to understand. I am not able to figure out. Something will be there. How can it be a simple addition? That a 4th class boy also can do. When I came out of the examination hall, all my friends were saying, some things were difficult, but this answer was so easy, so we attempted it. I said, but they said, yeah, it's so simple. You just do this and you add it. Then I thought, Hare, how come they gave like that? Then I understood that purposely they gave it to confuse us, to see if how our foundation is. So like that, there's no complication in life. We all want to be happy, and happiness can be got by doing bhakti. And bhakti means hearing and chanting of Krishna's holy name and serving Vaishnavas and Krishna. That's all, and you can get happiness, right? But the problem is, see, today, if I have lost something, I can get it. I'll search for it, I'll get it. Today, if I don't have anything, I can buy it. If I lost something, I'll search it. If I don't have, I will buy it. But if I have something in my hand, but I don't have the eyes to see it, then it's very difficult. I have it, but I don't have the eyes to see it, then that is a problem. That is a problem. And Srila Prabhupada, Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is so kind to us that he has come into our lives and has shown us, hey, look, this is with you only. Don't search for it here and there. Don't search for it here and there. We are searching for happiness, and Srila Prabhupada told us, informed us, taught us, showed us that actually happiness is when you serve Krishna, and Krishna is in your heart. He is here, right here. So why are you looking everywhere? Just look inward, and here is Krishna, and when you serve Krishna, you will be happy. So we have to be so very grateful to Srila Prabhupada that he showed us this very simple way. This is very beautiful story of a farmer in South Africa. He was very big man. He had acres and acres of land. He was very rich man, very happy. But one day it so happened that there was a get together with all his college friends, and then they said, we are mining diamonds, and somebody is doing this business, somebody is doing that. So he also got very inspired. He said, what am I doing in this farm land? Maybe I should also mine diamonds. So he sold off all his farm lands, whatever he had, and he started searching for diamonds. For whole life he searched for diamond, and he died. He could not get anything. Now he had sold his farm land to somebody. This man, one day, he was just walking around in his farmland. There are very beautiful water streams, small ponds and lakes. So one day he saw that the waterfalls, where the waterfalls are, there are lots of stones there. But the stones are quite nice looking, bright ones. So he just picked up one big stone and put it in his drawing room. After a couple of days, his friend came to visit him. So he said, hey, where did you get this stone from? He said, this stone, there are hundreds and thousands of this stone in my whole farmland, So I just picked up and brought one in my drawing room. Then his friend said, are you crazy? Do you know what is this? This is a very precious diamond. And it's very valuable. And he said, really? But my whole farmland is full of these stones, So now what happened? You just see, that farmer, he sold his farmlands in search of diamonds, but he never knew that there were diamonds in his own farmland, and he died. This is what is happening. The jivas, they're searching for happiness, life after life, unfulfilled desires, and then again with the same subtle body, we keep taking more physical bodies, more gross bodies, and keep going on in this 84 lakh species in search of happiness. But Srila Prabhupada has come into our lives and shown us the diamonds in our own farmland. It's very simple. Want to be happy? Just serve Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. Preach Hare Krishna, and you can be happy. So when we associate with devotees, we chant Krishna's holy name, then we can be happy. So that is the password to happiness. Hare Krishna. I would like to close the class here and open it for questions. What I understand your question is that I'm trying to do my sadhana, but I do get distracted. But definitely I'm hearing katha regularly, and how do I improve my sadhana? So my answer is, nobody can be 100% perfect. We are all on a journey and we are trying our best. The whole point is, like I tell many times in the class, that we can't measure our progress. Like you can measure potatoes in kgs, milk in liters, height in centimeters. You can't measure your devotion. So are you improving or not? What we can only do is, we can keep continuing our sadhana. So if you have made up a schedule, I'll chant 16 rounds, I'll hear 1 hour of Bhagavatam Katha, I'll render this much service, and you make it as your goal, and you try to achieve that goal, and one at a time you keep going. That's all you try to do, without trying to think much about, am I improving or not, what's happening. You don't have to get so much overworked up about it. Just lay down a goal, and then you just work on that direction. But if you all the time see, and if at all anytime you are feeling any disappointment, then you can always look back that, all right, initially I was not even chanting 1 round, but now at least I chant 8 rounds, or at least I chant 16 rounds. Initially I had that much anger, but now at least I'm able to manage my reactions and responses. So like that, if at all you need a little pushing or encouragement, look a little back. But at the same time, just like when you drive a car, you do look at the rear mirror just to check, but you don't drive looking at the rear mirror. You drive looking front. So one at a time, this is my goal I'm trying to achieve, and keep going in that direction. And after some time, 5 years, 10 years, you will definitely see that yes, you have improved much better than what you were before. So as a devotee, we need to have 2 qualities. One is enthusiasm and one is patience. A devotee has to have enthusiasm. Today I'm chanting 16, I want to get better. Today I chanted consciously, some rounds were unconscious, I want to do it more better. Yeah, you have enthusiasm. At the same time, you have patience. Okay, today I couldn't do, that's all right, tomorrow I'll do it. So with both these qualities have to go simultaneously. Otherwise, you will go into depression. I'm not able to do better, I'm not able to do better. So we don't have to, demonize ourselves. At the same time, we don't glorify ourselves. I'm pure devotee, I'm doing everything correctly. We are in the process. So yeah, we keep doing. So it's keep healthy goals. They don't overwork yourself. Keep healthy, which is achievable. Okay, this is achievable, I can do, this much I'll do this. At the same time, many times I'm mentioning in our class that we are all grahasthas, and I'm taking this liberty to talk about it, since I believe this is only Vaishnavis group. Whatever is told in the Srimad Bhagavatam and whatever we are hearing in Srimad Bhagavatam classes are mostly spoken by keeping celibates and monks in mind, brahmacharis and sannyasis in mind. 90% of Srimad Bhagavatam classes are spoken keeping them in mind. But we are in that 10% grihasthas. If we try to start taking everything very much literally and try to apply the principles of sannyasis and brahmacharis into our grihastha lives, we'll cause a havoc in our life. Because we'll not be able to be a good wife, a proper wife, a mother. We won't be able to do it because we're trying to achieve the levels of sannyasis or brahmacharis, because they have only one responsibility, is preaching and connecting themselves to Krishna. But then we as Matajis are carrying a lot of things in our hand. We have a vertical relation with Krishna, but we also have a horizontal relation with people around us. So even that we have to keep in our mind, and according to that we have to plan our sadhana calendar. It should not be so much so that you are completely exhausted and you have no space for anything else in your life. Yeah, we understand that we are soul and our whole goal is to go back to Krishna, but unless the horizontal and vertical relations are harmonized, you will cause havoc in your life and you will cause disturbance in the lives of people who are dependent on you, like your husband and children. So as Matajis, we have to be so smart in planning what we want to do. So if our husbands are devotees, then we have all the more responsibility to make sure that we facilitate their Krishna consciousness also. We are a helping hand in their life by helping them in their, facilitate situation in house in such a way that, they can continue their Krishna consciousness nicely. See, all said and done, I understand he is a separate soul, you are a separate soul, but at the same time, in the body of a Mataji, as a wife, it's your responsibility to make sure that you help him in his Krishna conscious journey. Because you see, in the Purva, previous acharyas also, you see how they were. The Prabhus used to do the yagya and they used to do the preaching, and the ladies were there, right there to support them. But suppose if both of them, start going on marathon, then it will be a problem. It will be a problem. So you have to balance it very nicely. So you don't have to feel so guilty about it. So because there are so many aspects to your life. This is not only one aspect. So you must be cooking, you have to take care of your children, and then in-laws, and then relations, and Krishna consciousness, and husband. Everything you should manage your wheel of life properly. And you should try to be reasonably good. Okay, whatever you can. But make sure that you are helping even your children and husband in their Krishna conscious journey. That is also your responsibility. So that's as I put it, enthusiasm and patience, both simultaneously together, and go in that direction. I hope I helped. It helps you. Yeah.
Yes, it has helped me to understand. And I really like all the analogies you give, Mataji, and the stories in your class. It becomes easier to understand, and it keeps me, completely focused. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. So what I understand by your question is, you are saying that why is there trouble in this world? Why is there trouble in this world? So to put it in short, there is trouble in this world because this world is a reflection of the spiritual world. Just like when I see my reflection in the mirror, my right ear will be looking like my left ear, and my left ear will look like my right ear. So this whole material world is a reflection of spiritual world. In the spiritual world, it is Kuntha, there is no worry. Everything is happy. There is no birth, death, old age, disease. Now this is a complete opposite reflection of the spiritual world. So here in this world, there are lots of miseries. There are lots of problems. So that is why Srila Prabhupada said, instead of worrying so much, why is there misery? Why I have come to this world? Our only business should be to somehow get out from this world. Because this is not a place for us, we understand. We can keep on doing research on this and go deep. Why is there trouble? What is happening? But intelligent person will just leave the place. Just like if there is a fire in the house, I can sit and make a research. How the fire came? Do you think it came by the gas cylinder? Do you think it came because I have lighted this? Do you think it came because of this reason or that reason? Or do you think he is responsible? She is responsible? I'll not think about that. When there is the house is on fire, I'll simply leave the place and protect myself. So yes, this world, there are a lot of problems. There is birth, death, old age, disease, and people are not happy. So instead of worrying so much about why the situation is like that, Prabhupada has given us Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Let us read, let us chant Krishna's name, and let us get out from this world as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
I don't know, my honest question to you, Mataji, can you help me in this?
Okay. So I understand there are two questions here. First question you asked is that you are making a list in your sadhana chart, but you're not able to achieve what you have decided to achieve. So how to achieve your goal, whatever you have planned to. Right, so you have to, how do you achieve your goal which you have planned to? You keep trying and you meditate on that, because you see, let's say you have decided to chant a certain number of rounds, or you have decided to read certain number of hours and you're not able to achieve it. So it may be because of the other things that are occupying you, occupying your schedule. So you'll have to plan everything around you. See, there is some things that you do directly in service of Krishna. There are some things that you do which will help you in serving Krishna. So that means you are trying to read Bhagavad Gita, but there are some other things which if not sorted out, may hinder your sadhana. So make sure that you give equal time to everything, and you sort it out. You sort out your life, right from getting up in the morning. This is something customized. You'll have to do it yourself. You'll have to sit and work it out. Where are you giving time for what? How much time is taking for what? And where can you cut down? Maybe you can, if you have a mentor or somebody whom with you can sit, and make a chart, which are important, which are urgent, which are not so urgent but important. So like that, you make up a chart, and you'll have to plan your schedule in that way, and you have to motivate yourself. Just like people who work on weight loss diets, people who work on they plan out their diets, and then they give themselves some perks. So like that, you can just plan out, I'll do this, and then I'll give myself this much time for this particular work, and then I'll give myself free time to doing this work. So like that, you'll have to plan it out yourself. See, the thing is, Krishna consciousness is such a process. See, if you go and watch a movie, it is interesting, because today you will go and watch a movie, tomorrow you will go and watch another movie, then day after you will go and watch another movie. It's very interesting. But Krishna consciousness is not like watching movie. It's like going to a gym. When you go to a gym, every day same machine you have to walk, same cycle you have to walk, same walker, same treadmill. There is no newness. It's same thing. But you have to keep doing it. Then at the end you see result. So like that, in Krishna consciousness, we have same schedule. Chanting 16 rounds, reading Bhagavatam, same things are there. But you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it. Perseverance, and regularly do it. So you can take help from other devotees also. Maybe you can have some peer groups. Like Pushottam sadhana at ISKCON Vizag, we did it together log in Zoom, together do recitation, report, make a report. Like I think I had a sadhana chart where people have to report to me how many rounds they chanted. And same thing we did for Damodar Mas. And I got a feedback, many of the Matajis and Prabhujis, they said this was very nice. Otherwise we are not able to do it, but we know in the evening before 9 we have to send you report, so we were doing it. So like that, if you think you're not able to reach your goal, just make a setup with some mentor, where you have to send him a WhatsApp, okay Prabhu, I've completed this, I've completed that. See, we are all, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Ekaki Amar Nehi Paye Bal Harinama Sankirtan. We just need some association of devotees who will encourage us, motivate us. So like that, if we get somebody in your life who will motivate, whom you have to report to, then maybe that will motivate you to finish your sadhana, whatever you have planned for the day. That's one tip which is coming out of my mind right now. Second thing, you said you are more inspired to read Chaitanya Charitamrita than reading Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. No harm, but since you said you just took initiation, so I will say that kindly do complete reading Bhagavatam, and then you can read Chaitanya Charitamrita with no harm, but do complete reading Srimad Bhagavatam also. Like Prabhupada said, this is like it's step by step, just like a student goes from class 1 to 5, 10, and then goes to PhD. Like that, it's a step by step. So you should finish Nectar of Devotion, you should finish Isopanishad, you should finish Nectar of Instruction, Bhagavad Gita, then you finish Srimad Bhagavatam, and then you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's the system. If you do that, it will be nice. There's so many pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu you will be reading in Chaitanya Charitamrita. When you have a background of Srimad Bhagavatam, it will help you to give a clear understanding. Again, all said and done, now by the mercy of technology, we are having so many classes available. Even for Chaitanya Charitamrita, where the devotees give us a right perspective to look at it. So it's not that we are simply reading book, but we also hear from devotees and they give us a right perspective to look at the things. But at the same time, as the tradition follows, this is how we have to go. So if you are very inspired in reading Charitamrita, go ahead and read it, no harm in that, but also read Bhagavatam, try to complete reading Srimad Bhagavatam also. Sometimes, actually everything is having its own taste. Something is rasmalai, something is like rasgulla, something is like gulab jamun, everything is having its taste. As of now, maybe you are enjoying reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, but Srimad Bhagavatam is also very relishable. So when you start reading it, you will develop the taste for that also. Without reading, we can't make conclusion, but when we go deep in it, slowly we'll get that taste also, and we'll start relishing it, is what is coming to my mind right now.
The types of sevas we can do to Radha and Krishna.
You said your question is, if the mind keeps on wandering, how to bring it back? Mind will keep wandering, just like a pilot. When they drive the plane almost all the time keeps going here and there, but they keep bringing it back. So the mind will keep wandering. You will have to have different techniques to bring it back. So sometimes you may not be able to bring the mind right back to Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but at least you can bring it in the circle. So like, for example, this is the fan here, you can't see it. Okay, let me see. There is one big circle here, and then you put a dot in the middle of the circle. Now the whole point is you're supposed to concentrate on that dot, which may not be possible, but at least you can bring your mind inside the circle. So the whole point is you are supposed to concentrate on Krishna, on Radha Damodar, on them. But maybe you're not able to bring your mind there. No issue. At least bring the mind in the circle. That means you can think about your Vrindavan Yatra. You can think about what you heard today's class. You can think about Kaliya Leela. You can think about garlands that you're going to make. You can think like that. At least, if not on the point of concentration, at least you can bring in the point in the circle. Inside the circle, you can bring your mind. So slowly what will happen, when you keep bringing the mind inside the circle, then slowly one day you will be able to concentrate the mind on the point of the circle. But if you get disappointed, I'm trying, it's not happening, point, it will not come to the point. First, bring it inside the room, and then slowly it will, sometimes, like I know, when my children were young, so we had a preaching center in the city. Sometimes people used to come and talk to me. But even if I'm talking to them, my mind will be with the child. And my mind, I know very well, my eldest son's name is Anirudh. He was maybe at that time 4-year-old or something. Now, whenever I'm even talking to some Mataji, I'm preaching, my mind is that if he is there up to that gate, it is safe. Beyond that gate means I'll hold him. So I'll allow him to play and I'll keep talking to that Mataji, whatever question she's answering, but my mind is, okay, up to that gate, safe. As soon as he goes, though I'm talking to her, my eyes are there only. As soon as he goes beyond that gate, I stop. Mataji, 1 minute, I have to get my child. Same thing you do with your mind. Allow it to some place. Okay, till it is going up to the Vrindavan Yatra, what garland I'll make for Damodar, this, okay. When you see it's going up, then you again, hey, come back, like that. You have to keep on, you cannot hold it. That's a problem. You cannot hold the mind. Like my son, he was very naughty. It's difficult. If I hold him, I can't do it. He will make fuss. I have to leave him. But I don't allow him to go beyond that boundary which I have put. So mind also, you can't hold it. But you make a boundary. Beyond this, I'll not allow you to go. Then you have to come back. Then you have to become like that. So like that, you have to devise ways with your mind. So even if immediately pure concentration not possible, at least bring it inside the circle of concentration. If not possible point of concentration, circle of concentration. And if you keep on getting inside the circle of concentration, one day you will go to the point of concentration. I just hope this answer helps you, Mataji. So, your question is that hearing and chanting you are able to do, but you are not able to associate with the devotees. See, there are two types of association. One is Vapu and one is Vani. Vapu association is you physically associate with devotees. Vani association means you associate with the Vani. So, you are associating with the Vani of Srila Prabhupada. You read Prabhupada books, you hear different lectures, and when you serve your children and husband prasadam, and when you chant and you read, you are serving other Vaishnavas also. So if you don't have the opportunity of going out there and serving, it's all right. Even in your house, you have Vaishnavas. When you are serving your children with prasadam, when you are serving your husband with prasadam, you can read for them. See, always everybody may not have that privilege to have physical association of devotees. That is why we should try to make devotees in our community only. So wherever you are staying, make association of devotees there. In your neighborhood, whatever you got in Purushottam month, you share with all your neighbors there and make them devotee and make a community. So that is how, everybody may not be possible to go and associate with temple, but you can make your house also a temple. So for your own selfish benefit, make people devotee around you. Then you will have devotee association. So make your husband devotee, make your children devotee, make your neighbors devotee, make your office colleague devotees, and that way you will have an association of devotees. And as far as associating with senior devotees, try to get associated by their Vani, as and when possible. Sometimes geographically you are situated in such a way that you may not be able to have physical contact, but we are so lucky because of the technology, Zoom and all. Even during this Corona lockdown situation also, we are able to associate with devotees. And you can serve Krishna. In your house you have an altar, you can serve, you can cook for Krishna. You know the famous story of that Brahmana, South Indian Brahmana, who was serving Krishna mentally. So there are so many ways you can serve Krishna, and if sincerely you keep practicing it, Krishna will give you opportunity to actually associate with a big, huge community of devotees. I've seen with so many Matajis like that, when initially they complain, but when they keep doing and one fine day, some such situation happens. Just yesterday somebody was sharing with me in an email, some Mataji from Hyderabad. She had been hankering for devotee association for years, and then her husband got transferred to some locality in Hyderabad, so they just moved in day before in the and then she came to know that just below her apartment, next floor is a Bhakti Vriksha, and she was ecstatic. How did this happen in my life? I'm just right next to a Bhakti Vriksha happening. So that's how it is. So keep chanting and persevering your Krishna conscious journey, and Krishna will make arrangement, and meanwhile try to make others also devotees. Yes. Thank you.
Mataji, I want to talk to you personally. How, Mataji?
Talk to me personally. I don't know, Mataji, because I get so many calls like that. If I keep talking with everybody personally, tell me when should I do my sadhana? This is a question I want to ask you, and I need your guidance in this. I don't know. I get like that every day. So many calls and so many mails. So, okay, what you can do is, what you want to talk, Vamsi, put Jyoti's number in the chat. You can call her and you can speak to her, and if there is some possibility, I'll work on it. Okay, Mataji? Otherwise, if you have any questions, mail it. I reply. Emails, I reply.
Mataji, I have one number, Mataji, 93, that is your WhatsApp number.
You can put a WhatsApp, Mataji, they'll reply. They have put already one number in the chat, you can speak to her. She's my assistant, you can speak to her, and let's see if I can talk, okay?
Yes, Mataji, I have so many doubts, Mataji.
Why not you email? Email it. That's better, that's convenient for me.
Okay, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so your question is that I want to serve the Lord with full absorption, but my mind is going here and there due to present situation and problem. What should I do? See, that's a job of the mind. The mind will distract us here and there. What is the situation with the mind? आपने कभी अगर क्रिकेट देखा हो, if you have seen this game called cricket, what happens in the cricket, there is somebody called the umpire. He stands like this, and then the players, they play the game, and in between what will happen, the players will make an appeal, that it's out. So now what the umpire does is, every time a player makes an appeal, that doesn't mean that the umpire will give out. The umpire will analyze, he has made an appeal, but whether I should give out or not, he will analyze. Then he will give the decision, right? But the umpire does not get emotional. That boy is telling out of so much enthusiasm, out. How can I say no? No, he doesn't do that. He's not bothered about your emotion, your enthusiasm. He will give out if it is out. So you have to become an umpire. Your mind will make so many appeal. No, this is the problem, that is the problem, this is the problem. You have to become an umpire. Okay, the problem is there. We are not running away from the problem. Problem is very much there. But do I have to think about that problem right now when I'm making this offering to the Lord, when I'm chanting, when I'm doing this? You can tell as an empire to your mind, okay, I'll think about it. Put it on side. This is a whole process. You have to deal with your mind. The mind will give you different pop-ups, like you are on your computer, you're on your YouTube, you'll get different pop-ups, recommended for you. But you make a choice, conscious choice, whether I want to see that video or not. So mind will go on making some or the other pop up. The mind is always trying to show us some kind of a movie. Either the mind is showing us some tragedy movie. This happened to you in the past, that happened to you in the past, and it will try to make you lament. Or it will showing you some horror movie. This will happen to you in future. Now this has happened, so then this will happen, now that will happen. So as soon as the mind starts showing you those movies, you should be conscious. You should understand, oh, the mind has now started the horror channel. Acha. The mind has now started the tragedy channel. Acha. So you have to speak with the mind. Okay, wait, I'm not running away from it, but right now I'm offering food. I'm offering prasadam, I'm offering bhoga to Krishna, I'll come back to you. So, we cannot run away from the problem, but yes, these kind of pop-ups will keep coming, but you have a choice, which pop-up you want to open, which pop-up you want to close. And that can happen only if you are, you don't get absorbed in it and try to remain aloof from it. Now, how you can do that? Let's say you went for shopping. You came home and you saw that your son is watching some movie. Now, first thing you will do is, you will not go and close the TV. First, you will watch the movie. What is that? Is the content okay? Is it a kids-friendly movie? Is it some movie that my child should not watch? Does it have violence? Does it have something which is not good for him? You will first scrutinize. Then you will see, no, this is okay. This is correct. He can watch it. Then you will allow him. Otherwise, you will say, no, this is not correct content. Then you will say, no, I have to close it. So now what you are doing? You are analyzing. You are analyzing whether it's correct for him, it's not correct for him. But imagine, you were trying to analyze, but you yourself got so absorbed in the story of the movie. Wow, this is so nice and this is so nice. And you started watching the movie. Then it is a problem. You have to analyze whether it is good for your child or not. That's all your job. Don't get absorbed into the movie. Same thing with our problems. Yeah, problem is there. We are not running away from the problem. But don't get absorbed in it. Watch it. The problem is there, but you are soul. You are a soul. This is all passing phase. See, this is one very big... Let me tell you. It will take some 10 minutes time. I don't know if I can take other questions, but let me explain to you. Whenever there is a problem in our life, you can do 4 things. 4 things. I'll show you by physical action, then you will always remember it whole your life. Whenever you are in problem, do these 4 things. Look up. Okay? Look around. Okay? Look ahead. Okay? And look within. 4 things. I physically did it. Always remember this. Only 4 things you do. Look up, look ahead, look around, look within. Now I'll explain you. Look up means whenever there is a problem, look up. There is a divine plan of Krishna. Everything is planned by Krishna. If you keep that in your mind, you will not feel so much worried because you know Krishna is your well-wisher. Even now, at this moment, maybe you are not able to understand. It's not making any sense. How this problem has come? How can you say Krishna is my well-wisher? I'm in such a big mess. I got this problem. Yeah, you are not able to understand now. Just like, when you make a embroidery, all the Matajis, they know, when you make an embroidery, the needle has to go up and down. Now, if you look at the embroidery from below, it will look like, what is this? Some thread going here, there. It's like dirty, haphazard. But when you turn it, then you will see, wow, this is so nice, beautiful flower. Same thing happens with us. We are seeing from below. So we see it's all nothing is happy in my life, everything has gone hayway. But actually Krishna is making a beautiful flower. And the day he will reveal it, you will think, oh, that is why that problem came. So have patience. Whenever there is a problem, look up. Krishna has a divine plan for you. The other thing you can do is look ahead. Look ahead means one at a time. Today's problem, you think about today's problem. Don't mix it with yesterday's problem and future problem. See, if I have to carry 2 suitcases, I can carry. If you tell me, Mataji, carry 20 suitcases, I can't. What we do with every problem is, we don't take today's problem as today's problem. We will take previous problem. That time also this happened, then that happened, and we'll take future problem. Now this happened, I don't know what will he do tomorrow. Today he got only 20 marks, tomorrow he may fail in the exam, this may happen, that may happen. So you take previous luggage, you take future luggage in today's life. That's why you get messed up. One at a time. Today's problem, you talk about today's problem and you try to sort it out. Now, you have to have patience. The thing is, you have planned your life very beautifully. Your life is like that beautiful road, lots of nice street lights, everything is clear, 20 years down the line what's going to happen. But it may so happen, suddenly all the street lights are off. That means, whatever you had planned, everything went hayway. So what should I do? Don't sit and cry. Take out your cell phone and take out small light is there, a flashlight in the cell phone, and start walking one step ahead. And then slowly, after some time, by Krishna's arrangement, again the street lights will be on. And then everything will go as you have planned. Temporarily there will be some problems. So don't stop. Keep walking. So, look up. Krishna's divine plan. Look ahead. One step at a time. Look within. Look within means, whenever this problem arises, you understand one thing clearly. This problem is for this lifetime, for this body. But I am not this body, I am soul. Whatever is happening with me this lifetime. But I have lived many lifetimes. Okay? So today, if I tell you, today, in this whole day, 24 hours, Mataji, 1 hour stay hungry without food and water. Can you do that? Yeah, you can do that. But okay, after 1 hour, I can eat. Before this 1 hour also, I was eating. So what's the big thing? This 1 hour I have to tolerate. So why you are able to tolerate? Because you know, after this 1 hour, I can eat. Similarly, when we understand, I am a soul, I have taken up this body, now this suffering is there, but after some time there will be no suffering. Previously also I existed and I am going to exist in future. This is some temporary inconvenience. Then you will have confidence to face it. So you understand, you are a pure soul, you are indestructible, you are beyond this problem which you are facing today. It's just a temporary situation in your life. So 3 things we completed. Look above, look up, look ahead, one step at a time, look within. And the other thing that you can do is look around. What you should look around? Whenever we are put in difficulty, we should understand one thing. We should start counting what is good in our life. Start counting your blessings. Okay? Let's say somebody got cancer. Now you will say, Mataji, what is there good in this? The person got cancer. How can you be happy about it? No, you cannot be happy. But even among that problem, you can start counting your blessings. Okay, I have this disease, but at least I have a good doctor. Okay, at least I have money I to treat it. Okay, at least I am having a good community. At least I am a devotee. I have the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna. I am able to chant. Okay, at least I have my wife who is supporting me. Oh, at least I came to know about this disease in the first stage. So now you see, though what happened to you is not good, but so many things you could count which are good. This is what we have to do. Look around means start looking for the good. There is something definitely good happening in your life. So count your blessings. So look up, look ahead, look within, and look around. Look around. Your mind is trained in such a way, it will always make you look at what you don't have. Like these children, sometimes, you take the children to departmental store, they'll say, I want this toy, I want this toy, I want this toy. Now, you have to remind the child, beta, you already have like this car at home, you have same helicopter, you have this, no, I want this, I want this. The child will go on saying, you have to remind the child, but you already have 10 cars at home. You have this, no, you don't love me, you're not giving. That's what the children say, right? But if you remind them, then sometimes like, okay, fine, you already have this, you already have that. Mind is also like child. I want this, and why this is happening. Why? You have to remind the mind, like a child. Look, but you have this good in your life, but you have this, but you have this, you have that. Then the mind will become cool. Yeah, I have so many things. So like that, you have to count your blessings, what all you have. And have faith. Sometimes good emerges out of bad. Sometimes good emerges out of bad. See, look, if you have any time seen a Bollywood movie, sometimes in the Bollywood movie, in the beginning they will show the hero's mother died, father died. Now he became poor, doesn't have food to eat. The hoodies are bashing him and beating him, and he's suffering. Now, if you think, Arey, I came to see this movie, but this hero, poor fellow, is suffering. I don't want to see the movie. I'll go away. Then it's no. You have to wait. After interval, hero will become rich. Suddenly, because all that bashing that happened, it has increased his determination. Now he's going to fight. And after interval, you will see he has become a millionaire. And now everything is very happy in his life. So, the same thing with us. Sometimes what is happening bad, because the hero got beaten up, that's why he got the determination to work hard and he became very big man. Like that, sometimes so many good things may come out from the bad that is happening to us. Just have patience. Complete the whole movie. Picture abhi baki hai. The whole movie is not close. This is not the ending of our life. The picture is still going on. If what is happening with you is not good, means it's not the ending. The picture is still left over. So have patience. Sometimes something good will come out from the bad, right? And look around for whatever is good. Count your blessings. So like that, if you apply these few tips in your life, because problem will come. You cannot remove problem for your life. You can manage problem. You can manage your mind. You can manage yourself. So have faith on the Lord. Look up, look within, look around, count your blessings and look ahead and take one step at a time. And whenever the mind is making appeal, become an umpire. Don't, take up every appeal. Decide, okay, now this is not the time. Don't show me horror movie and this movie. Let me stay in the present. Now I'm doing this. Let me do this. Don't take me to this channel and that channel. This is how you have to do that. Become an umpire. Close the pop-ups which you don't want. Open the pop-up which you want. Like that. Don't get attached. Like you are deciding which movie your child should see. You don't yourself get absorbed. Watch it and then analyze and then decide. So like that, if you take up this certain tips in your life, then it will be helpful. Because sometimes apparently a door is closed for you, but maybe Krishna has opened many other doors. If you go on looking at that door, why is this door closed? Why is it not opening? Why this is happening to me? Why? Then you will miss. Krishna already opened another 10 doors for you, but you didn't even see it because you are seeing on that closed door. So don't keep looking and sulking and crying and about that door. Maybe there are many other doors that Krishna has planned to open up for you. So in every situation, try to keep yourself away from the situation and analyze it like an empire. Then you can manage it. Sorry for the long answer. I just hope it helps you, Mataji.
Can we take one more question, please?
Okay, last one.
This has been in the chat for some time. This is by Kirtana Gaurani Mataji from Fiji. So she's Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, as you said, when we serve our senses, it won't give us happiness. But I want to serve particular temple deities. So is that okay? Like I have a desire to serve Sri Radha Damodar in Fiji.
Okay, so your question is that we should not serve our senses, but my senses are asking me to serve deities. Yeah, so that is what we are supposed to do with the senses. That's the job. When we engage our senses in the service of Radha and Krishna, then we can be satisfied. We can be fully happy. So it's very good. It's very good that you have this desire. So this is the right way to employ our senses.
How to be patient when our patience is being tested?
I think I answered this question when I spoke about when bad things happen, how do you deal with situation? So I think maybe this question was before I spoke about looking in, looking around, looking ahead, and that's how we manage ourselves in different situations, by counting your blessings and being patient and having faith that Krishna is our ever well-wisher. I have given a class on karma, Sushmita Mataji. It's called Decoding Karma. It's there in English and Hindi. If you like, you can hear that class, and there I have clarified about different kinds of karma. Cumulative karma, when different people's karma together works, what happens, like that. I have given many analogies. You can hear that class. It will help you, Mataji. Whatever is balance left over, everything is not finished in Swarga and Narak. There are so many things which are balanced. So, karmana, it is very difficult to understand the science of karma. Gahana karmano gati. Gahana, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. It's very difficult to understand the science of karma. Which karma will be finished in Narka, which will be over in Swarga, which is balanced, which he'll give when, which he'll give today, which he'll give after 15 years. Everything is planned by Krishna. Gahana karmano gati. Very difficult to understand. So we should not worry so much about that. We should keep chanting Hare Krishna, do our duties, and as things come, we should endure them, tolerate, let it pass. We should understand this is not a permanent situation, and somehow, take it as a passing phase. If you are interested to know more about karma, as I just told you, please go to that class, Decoding Karma. It's in English. Or go to the Hindi class. I spoke about Karma Ke Rahasya. You can just put it in YouTube, and I have answered in that. So like we never know whatever is balance, when, how, which form Krishna has planned to give us. He'll plan it in his own way. Okay? What different types of service? I don't know what you are doing as of now. Are you a student? Are you a housewife? Are you a mother? So like that, depending upon that.
I was a student. I completed my college. Now I'm entered into office.
So you can do so much services. You are working, so you can offer certain percentage of your salary in Radha Krishna's Seva. You can read, that is also service. You can chant, you can offer prasadam, you can distribute prasadam, you can distribute Bhagavad Gita in your office, you can preach about Krishna. You should be devotee, you should make others devotee. That's all you can do. So you can go to the temple, your local community, you can go and serve there. There's so many things we can do. You can clean the temple, you can wash the vessels, we can cook for Krishna, we can do some services in the temple, you can make some garlands, you can do service at your house also, you can have a small altar, you can preach, you can chant, you can distribute books. Yes?
In house, how do we do the seva?
How do you do the seva? So like you distribute the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. You should chant nicely. You should read scriptures. If you chant and if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will get so many instructions from there, from Srila Prabhupada, and then you can see what you are good at. Like Prabhupada said, if somebody is good at painting, they paint for Krishna. Somebody is good at cooking, they cook for Krishna. So whatever you're good at, you can do that. So a fish does not need to climb a tree, an elephant does not need to swim. What we are good at, we do that for Krishna. Somebody may be good for talking, they can talk about Krishna. Somebody is good for cooking, they can cook for Krishna. So you see what you can do, what is your situation and and you do service for Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Krishna Mataji, Vindeli Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. My day ends with your pravachan. I daily watch your YouTube channel. I'm just a very big fan of you. I just wanted to say that. And I have one, bottom of the line. From today's class, I learned that train your mind. That's how I understood that today's class. Is it right? This is how the way we have to train our mind to make sure and deal with all of our situation and come up from the situations. Is it right?
Yeah, you can take so many things from the today's pravachan. So it's up to you what you take. There are so many lessons. So whoever takes what. See, I'm sitting in this room now. So I can say, if you ask me what is there in the room, I can tell that